Hey everyone. Much better. Hey everyone. So this is the start of a new series. This new series is going to be called Quarantine Photo Walks. I'm going to take my daily walks from quarantine, take my camera with me, and see what kind of photos I can come up with. Just so y'all know, I keep my distance. I'm super safe about it. I'm still allowed to go outside. I'm being cautious. For this walk, I chose my Olympus OM-1. I chose this because I haven't shot with this in quite some time. I think the last time I shot with this was probably when I went to New Orleans like 6-7 months ago. It's a relatively small camera when compared to other 35mm SLR cameras. So that's another reason I wanted to take this with me. I didn't want to lug around a big camera. That's probably going to change in future walks, but for now, I grabbed one of the light ones to start off with. It's super sleek. I have the 50mm 1.8 lens on it. I also really love the light meter in this camera. It's very accurate. I never have a problem with it. I don't have to take out my phone and double check. This light meter always works and it never fails me. Always great to have a good light meter in a camera or a working light meter in a camera. Problem is the battery dies sometimes. Just forget to switch the light meter off and it just stays on the entire time when it's stored. Right now I just actually turned it off and I filmed this video about 2 days ago. So yeah. Walk across the street to get a shot of this freight train coming by. And believe it or not, when I get there, there's graffiti on the freight train that says, "Stay home," right across it. I'm just like, what a perfect way to start off the video and start off the theme of this video and the theme of the photos. And then I also captured 2 other photos of the same train. Then I went to the restaurant on the corner and took a shot of the sign that said "Stay safe." It's getting really weird to see all these restaurants out of business, or if they're just doing takeout only. It's weird just seeing everything so empty. So here's a shot of this. Across the street from the restaurant was this beautiful magnolia tree in full bloom. So I ran across the street to get some shots of that. It's in times like these you really start to appreciate nature more. I'm starting to notice things that usually just go unnoticed, if that makes any sense at all. Then we stumbled along to a playground that was all taped off with caution tape and a sign that said, "Closed until further notice." I took a shot of this because it kind of went with the theme of being quarantined and the whole like not being able to do anything. It's also kind of sad because even though we're allowed outside, we can't even use our local playgrounds. Across the street from the playground was this apartment that had this American flag in the window. I've said this before in another video, but there's just something about the American flag that just looks good in photos. Seems kind of fitting and patriotic in a way, just because we're all kind of fighting the same thing together and we're all going through the same thing at the same time. So in this neighborhood, there's a lot of American flags, and I captured a few, not just this, in other upcoming photos, but it just seems really fitting. Walking around some more, I took a shot at this house. The house being all alone and the shades drawn shut just really caught my eye. The different colors in it as well, so here's that one. This one coming up is one of my favorites. I just love the way the sun's hitting the American flag. It just jumps out and it's very colorful when comparing it to the rest of the image. Two different shots here. I took one horizontal and one vertical. I wasn't sure which one I liked better. I'm leaning more towards the horizontal one. Then there was this industrial building that was all blue with a red roof, and something about the blue and red just really go well together. And then you had the blue sky in the background, and that really made for the image. I took one image of the corner of the building with the single cloud in the background, and then I took another one of just the empty lot with the building on the side. Lazaretto was a quarantine hospital built in 1799. It actually consisted mostly of people that had yellow fever. People would dock there back in the day and then report to the building, letting them know who was sick and who wasn't, and then they'd have to spend their time quarantined in that building. Now it's just a boring old township building. They redid the whole outside, so to me it wasn't super photogenic, and I wound up just taking a picture of the barn that was right next to it. So here's a couple shots of that. There's also a tiny building connected to it with yellow doors and yellow windows boarded up. The colors in this image made me take a shot of this. Parking lot next to it, there was this yellow boat with green algae on it going against these green trees. The bright yellow of the boat really made this photo pop, and that's why I chose this image. Holiday Inn. It just looked very apocalyptic to me. The empty hotel with the empty lot next to it, with the dumpsters on the side, with the trash overflowing. Also the big orange sign that says warning no trespassing hanging off one of the windows. You could just feel this whole scene. Also, I really love the way the colors came out in this one. Same parking lot as the Holiday Inn was this trailer against this tree that was in full bloom. Walking around some more, I noticed this Airstream in someone's driveway. There's just something about Airstreams that just make it look very vintage. The lady was outside working in her garden, and I kindly asked if I could take a photo. She didn't seem to mind at all, so I snapped a quick shot of it. Took a quick shot of her dog, who looked sweet in the photo, but was actually barking her head off the entire time. So down the street a little bit was this older car with the Space Shuttle license plate. That's what really drew my eye to it, and I just wanted to capture a picture of that. So this is my favorite photo of the whole walk, and I'm really happy how it turned out. There's just something about mirrors. It makes this photo look super confusing until you figured it out. When I first came across it, I had to get a closer look to see what was going on, and then I figured out that there was a mirror there. I love the whole composition in this photo. I love the color of the tree, the flowers on the tree, the leaves, the shadows casting down from the tree, and then the mirror reflecting off the pots. Then we came across this work van that had all these paintbrushes on its dashboard. It was just a weird thing to see, so I took a photo of that as well. It's just someone's backyard. It looks very empty and very Walking Dead-ish to me. I like the whole empty basketball net there and the colors of the bush with the colors of the green grass. This photo, I just like the symmetry of the trees. You have all these trees lined up real tall, and there's just something about symmetry in photos. Across this baby blue car with this tarp over it. This actually caught my eye from across the train tracks, so I ran across the train tracks and up the hill to go take a shot of this. For me, my favorite thing is just the corner of the car peeking out, that baby blue corner, and then you have the shadow of the trees hitting the tarp. It just casts this really cool shadow on it. I took a shot of Val's shoes to end the roll. Her yellow chucks mixed with the green and yellow grass went really well together, so I ended my last shot with that. So that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed the beginning of this series. I hope it's not a long series because I don't want to be quarantined forever, and I doubt you do either. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe out there, stay clean, wash your hands, and I'll see you all next time.